everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Daily Crow. I'm Chris Phillips of the Spurs Up Show, coming to you live just 2 days away from kickoff. South Carolina, Alabama. Going to talk about the keys to the game, what South Carolina needs to do on Saturday to pull the upset against the Alabama Crimson Tide. Before we get into everything, this is a broadcast to you by my friends over at SeatGeek. Go down the SeatGeek app, go to SeatGeek.com, use the promo code SPURSUP to save $20 off your first purchase. If you need tickets to Saturday's game, any Gamecocks game this season, other sporting events such as MLB, NHL, NFL, NBA, concerts, comedy club events, if you're going to Hootie, whatever you need your tickets to, especially if you're trying to go to the game on Saturday, why not save some money in the process? Again, that's promo code SPURSUP. Our friends over at SeatGeek, go download their app or go to SeatGeek.com. Use the promo code SPURSUP, S-P-U-R-S-U-P, to save $20 off your first purchase. All right, like I said, I want to talk about the keys to the game for Saturday's game. I talked about this on the podcast. I want to bring it to you guys as well. On the Daily Crow, what does South Carolina need to do to pull off the monumental upset against Alabama on Saturday? I've got three keys to the game that I want to go over really quickly. And the first one for me is avoid the big play. In games like this, obviously we know Alabama, a 25-point favorite. Most everyone I've seen is expecting Alabama to get the win on Saturday. South Carolina's got to be able to defensively limit the big play. Obviously, you have Tua, Jerry Jeudy, that group of receivers, running backs. And when you allow the big play, like the 70-yard, 80-yard touchdown, if you will, the game can get out of hand on you fast. South Carolina needs to slow this game down, play their game as far as staying in it. Make this a fourth-quarter ball game. The only way that you're going to do that, again, is to limit the big play. Limit what guys like Tua can do, Jerry Jeudy can do, and just this is going to be a fight. This is going to be like a heavyweight fight, and you don't want them to throw the heavy blow early. I think back to Georgia last year. That was something that I thought happened South Carolina early in the third quarter. Georgia started hitting those big plays, and it really just took the air out of the entire stadium and out of the entire team. So avoiding the big play, keeping yourself in the football game, especially early on, is going to be key for me, especially for the Gamecocks defense on Saturday. My second key to the game, win the line of scrimmage. If nothing else, hold your own. I say win the line of scrimmage. Gamecocks, though, have got to be able to at least hold their own line of scrimmage. I mean, this is a simple game, man. Football is a simple game. You've got to be able to run the football and stop the run. South Carolina's going to have to do everything they can. They're going to have to at least try to run the football, take some of the pressure off Ryan Hilinski. It's not going to be a fun day for the Gamecocks if Ryan Hilinski throws 40 or 50 passes on Saturday. Get all of your backs involved. Tavian Feaster, Rico Dowdle, Mon Denson, Kevin Harris. Get all these guys involved. But it's going to start in the trenches up front. Gamecocks, obviously, this will be their stiffest test of the entire season, both offensively and defensively on the line of scrimmage. Bama, obviously, offensively is huge on the offensive line. They're big and athletic on the defensive line. Gamecocks have at least got to hold their own. Two guys I think you have big games on Saturday. Sedarius Hutcherson, I talked about him in my key matchups, and then Javon Kinlaw is a guy to me on the defensive side that needs to have his best game of his career at South Carolina. So win the line of scrimmage. If nothing else, hold your own at line of scrimmage. If the Gamecocks can't do that, it's going to be a long day on Saturday. And my final key to the game, embrace the moment. Embrace the moment. I want to see a South Carolina team that comes out with the right attitude, that's focused, that embraces the big stage and the spotlight, if you will. Too often we've seen South Carolina, I feel like, come out timid or come out slow, or the mentality didn't seem right, or gosh, look at North Carolina, just did not look ready to play. I want to see a team, listen, I think South Carolina fans can handle a loss on Saturday, but not all losses are built equally. Heck, not all 21-point losses are built equally, or 14-point losses, or whatever you want to say. We need to see a team that comes out with the right mentality, looks ready to play, especially you think if you're Will Muschamp, you're trying to get this fan base back in your corner. We need to see a team that looks ready to play well, to play its best game. And if South Carolina, at the end of the day, if they get beat because Alabama's just got better players on their side, you tip your cap to them and you move on. I think South Carolina fans, they can handle that. But what we can't handle is seeing a team that doesn't look prepared, doesn't mentally look like they have the right attitude for this game. I have no doubt South Carolina's players will be up and hype and excited. But from start to finish, do we see a team that is ready to play its best football for 60 minutes on Saturday against Alabama? I'm very intrigued to see that, the mindset of the team, especially with a true freshman quarterback and Ryan Hilinski. What's his demeanor like? What's his composure like? How is he able to lead this football team offensively? And then the guys on defense, guys like J.C. Horn, McQuamu, R.J. Roderick, Javon Kinlaw, T.J. Brunson, some of your older guys. Are these guys ready to lead that defense and be the leaders that this team really needs, on both sides of the football? So that's going to do it for me. Again, keys to the game, avoid the big play, win the line of scrimmage, and embrace the moment. Those are three things. There's obviously more, but I think those three keys right there are going to go a long way in determining this football game. If South Carolina wants to pull the upset, they're going to have to do all three of those things and even more to beat a team like Alabama on Saturday. So appreciate you guys tuning in. If you haven't done so yet, check out episode 129 of the Spurs Up Show featuring Nashawn Goddard. Had a fantastic conversation with him. He's an awesome dude, so be sure to check that out. Till next time, appreciate you guys tuning in. We'll talk to you soon.